Think back to the time of your life. Chances are, you were too young to realize it until the moment passed you by. It was once written that art is long and time is fleeting, and without warning, our moment becomes footprints on the sands of time. With the promise of youth comes the empty pages of destiny, waiting for their story to be written. One of the most beautiful things about our world has to be the sunrise. No matter where our footsteps ended the day before, the ascending light allows all of us to begin again. It gives us the chance to dream of things we hope to be one day. And all that's required is sacrifice, hard work, and most importantly, to believe. It is in this time when others are asleep, the Georgia Tech lacrosse team is hard at work. But ironically, both are dreaming. When it comes to a lot of things in life, we all see the final product, all shiny, new, and glistening in the light of success. But you know, we never see the first product. You know the one, all covered in sweat, pain, and the darkness of uncertainty. As a matter of fact, the first product does have a name. It's affectionately called Morning Glories, and that means the team assembles at 6:30 every Thursday morning. It's one of the few times they can get the row stamps field to themselves, so they will take any practice time they can get. If they are to be champions in the spring, they have to sacrifice in the autumn.
It probably started in the early 2000s, where we just realized we needed to try to do more. Field time in the fall is a little rough around here, just there's a lot of clubs and there's only really the one field. For us to have a competitive balance against other teams, we decided that morning workouts was maybe the way to go. And so we met with the officers, they were all on board with it, the players would be there. And again, it was slim to start the first few years. 6, 8 guys, maybe 15 guys, depending on the day. It was never the same consistency. But they liked it. They knew it was good for them, they knew it benefited them, and it's grown.
Unlike some of us, I'm not a morning person. You see some guys are up there early, like yelling, hollering, hooting. I'm more quiet and reserved. The first 5 minutes are always like, I'm a little bit groggy, like, oh, I'm out of bed. But again, like my roommates, my teammates do a great job of just like, hey, get there. And come 7:30 or 7:45, when it's time to, coach brings it in, I'm always the last one out there, because once I'm awake and out there, I mean, you just fall in love with it again. There's no like, oh, I want to go home. So it's hard to get me there and ready to go, but once I'm out there, I could be running all day.
I think it's kind of a rite of passage, and it's a true testament to your commitment towards the team, and it's a true testament to how you are and how you can manage your time. And looking back at it, like if you're staying up till 4 a.m. to study for a test that you have the next day, there's no way you're going to go to that morning glory. So if you can continue and you can maintain your success in the classroom and you can manage that time, you can get out there in that morning glory and you can show everyone, look how much harder I'm working than that other team.
I remember coming in as a freshman and really thinking, you know what, these are going to be terrible. I'm never going to look forward to these. And quickly after that, we started them my freshman year, and I absolutely loved them because it was mainly the older guys who were there, and they said, you know what, like this should be fun. If we make it fun and we enjoy it, it's just going to make us that much better. And so that's really something that I took, and now being a senior is something that I've really taken as, all right, they did that, the older guys did that for us whenever I was a freshman. It's time for me to kind of exude that confidence and motivate others to not only be out there and work their hardest, but to have a good time while we're doing it. Because if guys are having fun, they're going to want to work harder, as well as show up on time every day, ready to work as hard as they can.
You know, it is tough to corral the whole team. You know, since we are a club sport, we can't have everyone can't practice at 5. You know, some guys might have labs, what have you. So this is the best time for us to have the whole team together and really work on that cohesion. And, you know, learning how each other, you know, slide defensively or how you move offensively, whichever side of the ball you're on. But also just like teamwork and cohesion and, you know, building with the seniors to the freshmen. It's a huge deal. And, you know, coming out, it's, you know, sometimes it's a little tough to roll out of bed at 5:30 in the morning. You know, if you've got a long day ahead of you with tests or what have you. But, you know, after you have that workout done, you've worked hard with your teammates. Like, honestly, it's a blast. You get your day rolling.
Yeah, waking up's tough on that first alarm, but that's why we have each other. The last 4 years, I've always had someone hold me accountable. So, you know, if I'm not where I need to be at a certain time, I get a call, and I usually I'm here.
The team begins each practice with stretching and calisthenics, then gets into drills, and finally, game situations and design plays.
It got to the point where we had the interest of the strength and conditioning coaches from the football team who came out and worked with us for 4 seasons, and what they taught us was invaluable. I mean, they changed our stretching method, they changed our eating habits, little things like that they did to really enhance what we did off the field to make ourselves more competitive on the field.
For me, practice is fun. Honestly, this is like my family, and I'm really close to these guys, and any chance I can get on the field with them, that's a great time, and any chance I can get reps to help make myself better, I enjoy that. So, you know, it's fourth quarter and you're losing in a game. When you guys know you got each other's backs and you've, you know, come close and gone through all this struggling together in the off season, that's when we can pull through and beat teams.
It's just sort of a known factor now. Everyone gets used to knowing what Morning Glory is. Our first opening Morning Glory this year, our alumni from last year who graduated showed up to celebrate and commiserate with them a little bit to see what it was like to have to wake up early. They were glad they were done their portion of it, but I think it's sort of that rite of passage. You know, you're going to have to go through Morning Glory when you're a part of our team, and everyone does it, and we're glad we do it, and it certainly helps us in the long run.
We often forget the days that shaped our success. But as soon as we savor the days spent in the sun, we should also embrace the days in darkness when the work was done to assure there would be light at the end of the tunnel. In Chapter 3 of Future Goals, motivation comes in many different shapes and sizes, and it can even come from 2,000 miles away.